Prevention of women from sexual harassment at workplace is an act which has been enacted by the Parliament in the year 2013. And before this act came into picture, the issues regarding sexual harassment of a woman at workplace were basically dealt with the guidelines given by the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Visakha versus State of Rajasthan. As we all know, there are two laws: the judges made law and the law enacted by the Parliament. So Visakha versus State of Rajasthan was the judges made law. Now coming to the core issue as to what is a sexual harassment, that has been defined under section 2N of the Act. For any victim who is a complainant, she first needs to understand what does Act say about a sexual harassment, or what does and what kind of activities are included in within the ambit of the sexual harassment. They are of physical touch, physical contact and advances, a demand or request for sexual offenses or favors, making sexual colored remarks, showing pornography, or any other unwelcome physical, verbal, or non-verbal conduct of a sexual nature. Now, one of the disputed area which comes over here is whether the body shaming on the kind of clothes women wear. Somebody makes a comment, do it comment on it, whether it is an act of sexual harassment or not, has been a matter of a dispute for a long. For any victim under this act, she needs to act at the earliest, whensoever the incident occurs. What is the time period in which she has to file a complaint is very relevant. The Act prescribes a limitation of 3 months, 3 months for a woman and a victim to make a complaint. However, this period of 3 months is not a final period, and such period can be extended for another period of 3 months, subject to the condition she satisfies the reason for not approaching for the initial period of 3 months. We may be facing a situation where a victim or the woman at a workplace is reluctant to come forward herself, or is incapacitated due to certain reasons to file the complaint on her own. To deal with such situation, the act within the act there are certain rules which have been framed, which we call the Sexual Harassment at Workplace Rules 2013. In the very such rule, under the Rule 6, it has been laid down that where an aggrieved woman is unable to make a complaint on account of her physical incapacity, a complaint may be filed by her relative or friend, her co-worker, an officer of National Commission for Women or State Commission, or any person who has a knowledge of the incident with written consent of the aggrieved woman. Where the aggrieved woman is unable to make a complaint on account of her mental incapacity, a complaint may be filed by her relative or a friend, a special educator, a qualified psychiatrist or a psychologist, a guardian or authority under whose care she is receiving treatment or care, or any person who has a knowledge of incident jointly with her relative or a friend or a special educator or a qualified psychiatrist, psychologist, or a guardian or authority whose care she is receiving can also file a complaint. We may also face a situation where a victim is dead. In that case, the complaint can also be filed by any other person with the written consent of a legal heir. The any other person includes a person who has a knowledge of the incident. The other remedies under the Act, which a victim has as a matter of right, is that she can seek a redressal before the inquiry committee, that the respondent be restrained from coming to the workplace where she is working, or seek an alternative, seek a 3 months leave, and that will be a paid leave. And these particular rights have been given under the Act itself. To be more precise, such provisions have been laid down under Section 12 of the Act, where it has been laid down that during the pendency of an inquiry, a written request may be made by the aggrieved woman to the internal committee or the local committee, as the case may be, to recommend to the employer to transfer the aggrieved woman or the respondent to any other workplace, grant leave to the aggrieved woman up to a period of 3 months, grant such other release to the aggrieved woman as may be prescribed. In addition to this, the rule prescribes, the sexual harassment rule prescribes that the respondent, that is the person against whom the inquiry is going on, can be restrained from reporting on the work performance of the aggrieved woman or writing her annual confidential report. So, in case a woman who is working under a superior, her ACR can be written by somebody else who is superior to her, except the respondent against whom the inquiry is going on. The respondent can also be restrained in case of an educational institution from supervising any academic activity of an aggrieved woman. For the speedy trial, speedy inquiry, the provisions has been laid down under the Act itself that the inquiry has to be completed within 9 months. Sorry, my apologies, within 3 months, so that the victim gets the redressal at the earliest.
This video has been co-powered by NoLens.